Want to where almost everything is accessible, documented, and crowded, there are still places that ask something from you first. And maybe the real question is, are we willing to earn the experiences that truly matter? Keep your eyes on the screen, because coming up next, I'll take you to 10 of Utah's most famous hidden gems that most people don't know about. Zion National Park. Welcome to Zion, Utah's original national park and a canyon of epic proportions. Here, the Virgin River has carved a 15-kilometer-long, 9.3 miles, gorge through towering Navajo sandstone cliffs that rise 2,000 feet, 610 meters, above the canyon floor. The park's 230 square miles, 596 square kilometers, include high plateaus, desert uplands, and lush hanging gardens draped from canyon walls. In spring, waterfalls tumble from cliff edges. Look up to see California condors soaring on thermals above. Popular trails like Angel's Landing and the Narrows offer up-close thrills. You can hike a riverbed between narrow slot walls up to 1,000 feet, 305 meters tall. Zion's colors change with the light. Warm oranges and pinks at dawn, cool violets at dusk. Geologically, its sculpted Navajo sandstone tells a story of ancient deserts and inland seas. Beyond the viewpoints, wildlife abounds: mule deer, bighorn sheep, and even the elusive mountain lion. Zion's overwhelming grandeur earned it the nickname Great Canyon. Its sheer cliffs and verdant river corridor feel like nature's own cathedral, both sacred and exhilarating. Arches National Park. Next, we journey to Moab and enter Arches National Park, home to over 2,000 natural stone arches. Millions of years of erosion in the Entrada sandstone have created iconic formations, including the delicate freestanding, delicate arch, the double windows of Skyline Arch, towering fins, and the massive, balanced rock. At sunrise or sunset, the red-orange stone seems to glow. A must-see is Landscape Arch, which spans over 300 feet, 91 meters, one of the longest natural arches on Earth. The park's vistas, such as those from Park Avenue or the Windows Loop, reveal endless stone fins and arch openings stretching toward the horizon. Arches is primarily high desert, with pinyon juniper woodlands and scattered sagebrush. Despite the dryness, with only about 9 inches, 23 centimeters, of rain per year, wildlife such as kangaroo rats and coyotes can still be found here. You may even notice ancient petroglyphs hidden within sheltered rock alcoves. Be mindful of sudden weather changes, as flash floods can quickly fill narrow canyons. Exploring arches feels like walking through an open-air gallery of natural sculptures, where each formation balances stone and gravity in a display shaped by time. Be sure to subscribe and drop a comment if there's a topic you want me to cover next. Red rocks and iconic landscapes. Utah is famed for its red rock formations and iconic landscapes. From the Vermilion Cliffs near Kanab to Monument Valley on the Arizona border, every turn reveals sculpted sandstone in shades of crimson and gold. Utah's mighty 5 parks, Zion National Park, Arches National Park, Bryce Canyon National Park, Capitol Reef National Park, and Canyonlands National Park, along with vast national forests, form a mosaic of gorges, mesas, and pinnacles. The region lies atop the Colorado Plateau, where layers of sedimentary rock have been uplifted and carved by rivers over millions of years. As a result, the landscape is filled with hoodoos, goblins, spires, and towering columns in endless variety. Highlights include the flat-top buttes of Monument Valley, the patterned slopes of Checkerboard Mesa, and the surreal sandstone formation known as the Wave. Camping beneath these red canyons, the Milky Way stretches brilliantly across the night sky. In spring, narrow slot canyons glow with reflected light. In winter, snow dusts the cliffs, creating a striking contrast against the red rock. This is the landscape seen in countless films and photographs, so iconic it defies simple description. Yet every ray of sunlight illuminating a crimson cliff affirms its essence. This is the very symbol of the American West. Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City, Utah's capital, sits between a shimmering lake and a dramatic mountain range. Founded in 1847 by pioneers led by Brigham Young, it quickly became the center of Utah's development. Today, it is a modern city of about 200,000 people, with a metropolitan population of around 1.2 million, framed by the 11,000-foot, 3,350 meters, Wasatch Mountains to the east and the Great Salt Lake Basin to the west. At the heart of downtown lies Temple Square, a 10-acre complex featuring the iconic Mormon Temple and Tabernacle, home to its world-famous choir. Surrounding streets are filled with restaurants, museums, and shops, creating a vibrant urban atmosphere. Just a block away stands the Utah State Capitol, a grand Greek revival structure overlooking the city. On summer evenings, residents often head to nearby canyons or botanical spaces like Red Butte Garden to enjoy hiking and wildflower views. Sports enthusiasts can visit venues like the Utah Jazz Arena or the Utah Olympic Oval. Just beyond the city, the Great Salt Lake stretches like an inland sea, sometimes shimmering with pink hues due to microorganisms. Salt Lake City blends frontier heritage with a modern, cosmopolitan energy, where technology companies stand alongside the legacy of early pioneers. Aquatic wonders. Great Salt Lake. Between desert and mountains glimmers one of nature's aquatic wonders, the Great Salt Lake. It is the largest saltwater lake in the Western Hemisphere, an endorheic basin with no outlet. At high water levels, its sky-blue surface can stretch up to 75 miles, 120 kilometers, with an average depth of only 14 feet, 4.3 meters. Strong winds can easily stir up rolling whitecaps. Despite its harsh conditions, the lake supports a thriving ecosystem with billions of brine shrimp and 10 to 12 million migratory birds each year. Species ranging from pelicans to flamingos rely on this unique habitat during their journeys. As the shoreline recedes, colorful microbial mats appear, and delicate salt crystals form across the dry flats. A railroad causeway divides the lake, making the northern arm more saline, while the southern arm remains more biologically active. A visit to Antelope Island offers encounters with wildlife such as antelope and bison grazing near Golden Shores. At sunset, the lake reflects the sky in soft hues of pink and orange. These aquatic wonders reveal how even a salt desert can sustain abundant life. Standing along the shore, with a gentle breeze carrying the scent of salt, the scene evokes a quiet harmony where desert and sea seem to merge. Between deserts and mountains, Great Salt Lake region, Utah's Great Salt Lake Basin truly lies between deserts and mountains. To the north and west stretch the arid Bonneville Salt Flats and the vast Great Basin Desert, a dry expanse of sagebrush. To the east rise the Wasatch Mountains and Aquia Mountains, their peaks covered with snow for much of the year. In spring, melting snow from the mountains flows down into the Great Salt Lake. In winter, lake effect snow feeds the surrounding peaks with fresh snowfall. For sweeping views, travelers can drive along the Legacy Parkway or watch the sunset from the foothills of the Aquia Range. From these vantage points, the lake's silvery surface reflects the surrounding mountains like a mirror. On exceptionally clear days, even the distant Teton Range may appear faintly on the horizon. This region forms a striking ecological divide, where desert landscapes meet alpine environments. In one direction lie open plains with antelope and desert wildflowers. In the other rise forested slopes, ski resorts, and pine-covered mountains. The meeting of these elements, still luminous waters beside rising green peaks, creates one of Utah's most visually compelling contrasts. Be sure to subscribe and drop a comment if there's a topic you want me to cover next. Unique geological treasures. Utah's landscapes are rich with unique geological treasures. Here you can find the remnants of the prehistoric Lake Bonneville, the ancient ancestor of today's Great Salt Lake. Evidence of this vast lake appears in shoreline markings etched high along valley walls. To the west, the Bonneville's salt flats stretch across what was once a massive lake bed covering up to 10,000 square miles, 25,900 square kilometers. In places like Zion National Park and the nearby Grand Canyon, layers of sandstone preserve records of ancient deserts, swamps, and shallow seas dating back over 250 million years. At Cedar Breaks National Monument and Bryce Canyon National Park, volcanic remnants such as eroded tuff and lava flows blend with sedimentary formations. The terrain here functions like a timeline, revealing Earth's deep past through its layers. At Dinosaur National Monument, visitors can even observe fossils dating back to the Jurassic period. Geological studies, including those by the Utah Geological Survey, indicate that Utah contains some of the most complete geologic columns on Earth. Human-related discoveries also add to this richness, including formations like the Cedar Mountain Formation and unique fossil records such as the Bonneville Cutthroat. From salt crystals and fossil reefs to the strange hoodoos of Goblin Valley State Park, Utah is truly a geologist's playground. Every rock formation here serves as a page in the story of Earth's history. Natural and scientific heritage. Finally, Utah's natural and scientific heritage reflects both depth and innovation. Several areas have been recognized as UNESCO Biosphere Reserves, highlighting ecosystems that range from arid deserts to alpine environments. Institutions such as the University of Utah and the Utah Geological Survey preserve and study the region's geological history and seismic activity. Scientific exploration has also shaped Utah's identity, with high-altitude locations like Mount Olympus supporting research installations and observational studies. Nearby research facilities have played roles in advancing nuclear and energy technologies. In Grand Staircase Escalante National Monument, ongoing expeditions continue to uncover new dinosaur species and expand paleontological knowledge. Researchers such as James Kirkland have contributed significantly to these discoveries. At the same time, conservation initiatives, including river restoration efforts along the Colorado River, demonstrate a commitment to science-based environmental management. Utah's high plateau has also supported atmospheric and meteor research, benefiting from its clear night skies and expansive salt flats. From microbial studies in the Great Salt Lake to the growing tech ecosystem in Provo, the state bridges natural heritage with modern scientific progress. Utah ultimately stands as a place where respect for nature and pursuit of knowledge coexist in dynamic balance. Bryce Canyon National Park. End. The journey at Bryce Canyon National Park, a vast natural amphitheater of stone spires. Unlike other parks, Bryce is renowned for its thousands of hoodoos, tall and slender rock formations sculpted from red and orange limestone by frost action. From viewpoints like Sunrise Point and Sunset Point, the landscape resembles a glowing forest of stone under the morning light. At elevations between 8,000 and 9,000 feet, 2,400 to 2,700 meters, Bryce often experiences freezing and thawing within the same day, a process that fractures rock and forms these distinctive shapes. The Queen's Garden and Navajo Loop trails offer one of the most iconic hikes, descending into the heart of the Hoodoo formations. Above the amphitheaters, the terrain transitions into high plateaus covered with ponderosa pine forests. The exposed layers of the Claron Formation reveal stories of ancient lakes that once filled this region. At night, Bryce transforms into a designated dark sky park, where countless stars illuminate the sky above the Hoodoos. Walking among these towering formations feels like stepping into a surreal landscape, where stone mimics the shape of a fantastical garden. Nowhere else does geology create such a vivid illusion of a natural sculpture park. Its dreamlike beauty forms a striking finale to the journey through Utah's extraordinary landscapes.